Welcome back. In this video, we will discover how NAT gateways are used to allow outbound traffic originated from your private subnet resources. A network address translation gateway, or NAT, is a service that enables instances in a private subnet to connect to services outside your VPC, like the internet, without having an external internet-facing IP address. Although resources in a private subnet do not have routes that allow direct communication to or from the internet, a NAT gateway overcomes this limitation. The NAT gateway is placed within a public subnet, which has a route to the internet. Then, the routing tables of the private subnet are configured to direct internet-bound traffic to the NAT gateway. Through this gateway, instances in the private subnet can initiate outbound traffic to the internet for tasks like software updates, while the NAT gateway masks their internal IP addresses, maintaining the privacy and security of the resources. Let's open NAT Gateway dashboard by clicking the NAT Gateways menu. Clicking on Create NAT Gateway will show NAT Gateway creation window. You can provide a name for your NAT gateway and select the public subnet where it should be launched. Also create an elastic IP to be assigned to your NAT gateway. Optionally, provide any tags and click on Create NAT Gateway. Once the NAT gateway state changes from pending to running, you can update the routing table and map the route for 0.0.0.0/0 traffic to your NAT gateway. Let's go ahead and visually verify the resource map of your VPC to make sure private route table is linked to NAT gateway. And because NAT gateway is in public subnet, there is already internet gateway linked to route internet traffic. An isolated subnet within an AWS VPC, which is configured without a route to NAT gateway, will not allow outbound traffic to the internet. This is reflected in its routing table, which lacks entry for the internet. If you recall, 0.0.0.0/0 is a catch-all route representing any destination that is not within the local network, essentially covering all internet-bound traffic. Without this route, resources within the isolated subnet are unable to initiate communication with the outside world, thereby enhancing security and reducing exposure to external networks. For high availability, it is possible to configure a NAT gateway in multiple availability zones within your AWS environment. This approach ensures that if one AZ experiences an outage, the NAT gateway in another AZ can continue to handle outbound internet traffic from your private subnets. However, it's important to note that this can lead to increased costs as you would be provisioning and paying for multiple NAT gateways. Depending on the critical nature of the applications and the budget constraints, this step may or may not be necessary for all use cases. It is essential to balance the need for high availability against the associated costs and to consider the specific requirements of your workload when deciding to use this architecture. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.